It'll make you look smarter. So.
This one, what you got there, bud? A little vodka on the rocks?
Nope. I don't know. Water. Just water for this guy. No teeters for me. Thanks.
Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. As you guys all can hear, Eric is back, and he is ready to spit some fire takes and break down all a week. Oh my God, it's week 10? We're in double digits?
Yeah.
Jeez. Just so you all know, when I did my FSA drop, I definitely said week 11, so I had to chop that bad dad out of there. And yeah, so let's get this show on the road. How you doing, Eric? It's been a while.
I'm doing good. I feel like the not doing the FSA drops is beneficial to everyone that listens to us because I'm usually trash.
But we can't make fun of you for messing up.
That's true. I usually pick a decent hero, but man, my villains are just absolute garbage. They go off. So yeah, just do the opposite of what I say on FSA, pretty much.
Josh, how you doing?
Good. I just put my dryer back together.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, dude, I completely took it apart because it was making the worst noise ever. And now it's good to go. Oh. I took it apart, replaced something, and fixed it for $10 instead of paying the repair guy $200. Boom.
Nice.
Why are you looking at me all weird, bro?
Because we don't think you're handy, but apparently you kind of are.
No, it's your mic sounds a little weird, but it'll be fine. We'll see.
It sounds weird. What is it?
It's fine. Stop messing with
it. It's just Josh. It's fine.
I think it's just normal. It's just because Eric's got a really good mic and you got a crappy one.
Dang.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Mine's an upgraded version of his.
Upgraded. For those of you listening to the audio, I'm making the air quote sign.
Okay, so we have 6 teams on a bye this week. The Eagles, the Patriots, the Redskins, the Broncos, the Jaguars, and the Texans.
Wish I was in a bye.
With my count, that's 4 quarterbacks that people probably have been starting, 8 to 9 running backs, 2 tight ends, and 7 to 9 wide receivers, depending on how deep your league is.
Yeah, the Texans.
There's a lot of
Texans
stuff.
And the Patriots are like the only 2 that I really care about out of that group, though.
Well, Broncos, you got Cortland Sutton and their 2 running backs, who some people were starting. Washington, people might have been starting Adrian Peterson these last couple of weeks, and Terry McLaurin was good for the first half. He's faded pretty hard, but there's people out there probably still maybe relying on him. Jacksonville, you've either probably been starting Minshew, Leonard Fournette, DJ
Chark. Doo.
Yeah, and then the Eagles, Jordan Howard's been startable. Miles Sanders has had some flashes. Alshon Jeffrey, you've probably had to start him where you drafted him at.
Yeah.
And Zach Ertz. So there's a lot of guys out there we got to make up some ground on.
Yeah, Jordan Howard's been good. He helped me beat you last week. It was great.
So you guys just want to get into the news as we get into the games about the news? Anything about these bye week teams we need to talk about?
I don't think so. Josh, anything?
AJ Green was going to play, and his ankle started swelling up when he was getting ready, and now he's out indefinitely again. So there's that.
Pretty sure we could have talked about that during the Cincinnati breakdown, but it's okay.
Well, since we're on the subject, is he done? Like, is he done with the Bengals and possibly the league?
It depends on what the Bengals want to do. I think they still have him on contract for a little bit, so, and they don't trade anybody away.
I don't think they're gonna be. Well, I don't think they could move him anyway with the price tag he's got. But
how high is it?
I don't know, but I know he got a fat deal before he kept getting hurt all the time. Let me look.
No, it was just a joke, dude. I don't care.
Oh, okay. How high is it? You're hilarious.
Okay, the biggest news I want to say for Jacksonville is that Nick Foles will be the starter when he comes back from the bye. So if you want to beat the waiver wire on him and go ahead and pick him up, if you've been using Minshew, 2 QB league, I already went out and did it. Oh, yeah.
I think they should stick with Gardner, but that's me. I think he's good.
Well, he turned the ball over 4 times and cost him the game last week. So.
Oh, that was one time.
And he also leads the NFL in quarterback fumbles. Let's not forget this.
All right.
That's not Daniel Jones? Really?
No, him and Daniel Jones are tied.
Oh, okay.
Dude, Danny looked rough the other night. That was tough. That was tough.
But other than that, are you guys trying to trade the Patriots defense with those little matchups they have?
No.
Sell high on them? Okay, cool.
There's like 7 players that have scored more points than them all season? Yeah, you're not getting rid of them. Okay. Don't be crazy.
All right, let's get into these games. We'll start with Kansas City, Tennessee, my first game. So this one's kind of easy and kind of hard. We'll just start on the Tennessee side because that's really easy. Derrick Henry, you're starting him because Kansas City cannot stop the run to save their life. So he's going to get the ball probably 47 times. And then if you need a quarterback this week because you're a Deshaun Watson owner or something like that, Tannehill is streamable. He's better than I would rather start him than if you started Phillip Rivers last night. You probably wish you would have started Tannehill.
What happened to Phillip Rivers?
Well, I'm in a league and I dropped Phillip Rivers right before the game started. I felt so happy.
I've seen him on waivers in a bunch of my leagues. Absolutely, yeah. He's fell off a cliff.
Now, the Kansas City side of the ball, Patrick Mahomes is back. He's going to start. So, for the Chiefs offense, if you got him, start him. Fire that whole offense up, right, guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the question is which running back? And I'm starting to lean towards the Damian Williams side. This is about the time of the year last year when he started coming around in the pass catching. As much as I want Shady to do it, Shady's just 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Josh, you give him some weird looks.
Because, yeah, of course he came around this time last year because Kareem Hunt was still playing around this time last year. And when he went away, that's why Damian Williams emerged. Come on, Brad. This is...
Yeah, but Shady's kind of falling apart.
Come on.
Not really doing anything.
Come on.
That's because Shady's old and he's usually hurt. So, yeah, it
Exactly.
makes sense that Damian Williams would be the guy.
He's average.
He is average, but he's fresh. He's a lot fresher than like McCoy feels at this point in the season, getting banged up. And, he's just dinged up, probably.
You want Damian Williams rest of the season over Austin Eckler, right?
I love me some Austin Eckler.
Yes.
Eckler.
But he's just not getting used, though, even last night.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I think he's the better back on that team, but whatever.
And just so you guys know, Tennessee, the last 4 weeks, they're the fourth best matchup for running backs over the last 4 weeks. Kansas City's number 2 over the last 4 weeks. Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry's all systems go. And Delaney Walker, he's out. Corey Davis is doubtful, so he's probably not going to play. So if you were looking at streaming those guys this week, find another option. All right, let's move it on. Eric, you got the next game.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Arizona at Tampa Bay. Gross. Potential shootout because, let's face it, I don't think whatever running back for Arizona that's active, they say DJ is going to be back. He had ankle and back problems, so
didn't they say he's definitely playing?
What's that?
He's definitely playing.
He's definitely playing.
That's what I heard.
He definitely probably plays a quarter, is what I would say.
Maybe a snap.
Just saying,
who
knows?
Done that.
I wouldn't rely on DJ, and that Tampa Bay rushing defense is actually pretty stout. So stay away from any of the running backs from Arizona. Kyler Murray, got to start him. Definitely in two QB leagues, you got to start him. Their receivers, I don't own any of them. I wouldn't want to own any of them because you never know who the guy's going to be week to week. So from the Arizona side of the ball, I'd stick with just Kyler Murray. And if you have to play one of their running backs, I don't even know who to recommend. Maybe DJ. Because you probably paid a high enough price that you have to play him. On the Tampa side of the ball, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. I would stay away from OJ Howard coming off an injury. It's his first game back. And you got to play Winston, even though he's probably burned you a bunch of times already this year. So, and Rojo was probably a good start too.
So I know you say OJ Howard, stay away from him, but Arizona last 4 weeks are giving up the second most points to tight ends.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know.
I even thought about picking him up off of waivers in some of my leagues because he's out there, especially in dynasty leagues. And oh man, I would stash him, but I wouldn't start him, even though yes, that's the situation. I think Evans and Godwin will get most of the targets in this game, even if it turns into a shootout.
Okay. Josh, you got anything else for this game?
No, I like what he said. It's not going to be it might be a fun game, but I doubt it.
Yeah. I think it'll be a fun game. I think it's going to be a lot of points.
Do you either of you guys recommend any other receivers from Arizona? Because I can't. I'm
No.
stopping.
Fitzgerald. And if Christian Kirk plays, he's a good PPR option. Tampa's bad against the pass, man. They're not getting in the end zone, and that's why all their numbers look bad.
Yeah.
They have the worst red zone efficiency in the NFL.
Ooh.
Christian Kirk's been so boom or bust, though. And Fitz was a consistent presence there for the first probably 4 or 5 weeks of the season. He's really fallen off.
Yeah. Christian Kirk has come back from injury. He's only played, 2 games since he's been back? So.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not great on the Arizona side of the ball. Kyler Murray, though. Start him.
All right, Josh. You got the Battle of the Metlands.
Oh, this one's going to be a barn burner, boys. All right, so
it's the Snoopy Bowl.
It's going to be
yeah,
atrocious.
MetLife. Yeah, nice.
Normally they meet in the preseason, but they decided to go ahead and switch things up and play in the regular season, which is great because you have 2 teams that have a combined win total of 3 games. So
hold on. Do you guys remember a couple years ago where Rex Ryan got Mark Sanchez hurt playing him in the preseason game to win this game against the Giants?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and that
That's
was when
great,
Mark
though.
Sanchez was good for that team.
yeah, it's not good.
Okay, gong.
I dropped my phone. Sorry.
All right, so moving on. Now, we'll start with the quarterback situation for both teams. Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones are not startable. I understand there's 6 teams on a bye. If you got to pick one or the other because you're staring down the barrel of a gun, go with Daniel Jones, but you're going to regret it. It's like pizza with anchovies on it. It's still pizza, but it's got anchovies on it.
They're going to be my litmus test this week of, are you starting this quarterback or not? Are you starting Tannehill over these 2 guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Don't worry. Wait till we get to that Detroit-Chicago game.
Running backs here, you're going to start both of them. Saquon and Le'Veon Bell. 6 teams on a bye. You can't really afford not to. These guys are potential game winners, even though I do expect Le'Veon Bell. He should have a great game, but he probably won't because it's Adam Gase. The New York Giants are the worst team against wide receivers. The problem is that Sam Darnold is the opposing quarterback, and his wide receivers are Jamison Crowder, Robbie Anderson, and Demaryius Thomas. So if you got to start one,
Crowder?
Go with Crowder. If you got to start one. I feel lukewarm, like Goldilocks. This one's barely too cold. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Right?
In standard scoring, I would go with Robbie Anderson just because I think he could get a boom touchdown.
He
In
won't.
PPR, though, James Crowder. He did against the Cowboys.
All right. He won't, though. Now,
Yeah.
let's see.
Had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Now, as far as the Giants receivers, Golden Tate, I think he's actually a must start. The Giants are bad in most areas here, but the Jets are one of the 10 worst teams against the pass, and I'd go ahead and take him right there. But outside of that, if you want to throw a dart throw at Darius Slayton, you can, but he's had, 5 catches in the last 3 games? That's bad. Not good.
Well, go ahead. Finish. Sorry.
Yeah, and then you know that Evan Ingram is out. He's hurt this week.
Stop being hurt. I need him.
You have Rhett Ellison here and Ryan Griffin. I actually like Ryan Griffin this week. Sam Darnold's going to have to do some checkdowns. Le'Veon Bell's going to get real tired. So Ryan Griffin. And then if you got to start a defense, go for the Giants and hope that Sam Darnold turns the ball over, which he's pretty good at. So that's
Well, Daniel Jones is really good at turning the ball over.
Yeah,
One thing, Chris Herndon is possible to play.
Yeah.
So that'll change the Ryan Griffin thing completely.
yeah. Then you can play neither of them.
And with Evan Ingram out, I could see Darius Slayton getting more work.
Yep, I agree. I picked him up in one of my leagues. I don't remember which one now, but I'm
Too
gonna.
many dang leagues.
I think it's in the dynasty league with you guys because I'm so thin because I've traded away all my assets to field a somewhat competitive team. So,
How's that
It's
working
working
out?
out great for me. It's
Yeah.
working out great for me.
Is
I got
it?
his first round pick.
is it? Yeah, you do have my first round pick. That's right. I'm still probably gonna do better than Pat. So, or no, Pat's. I took Pat's team. Never mind. Not Pat. Somebody else. This is like 2-7.
Shane.
Oh, Shane. That's right.
Shane.
Shane. Yeah.
Tank
Who I'm
for
playing this
Trevor.
week. Tank for Trevor.
Yeah.
I don't have a pick, so
But we'll see how this works out.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great game to watch.
I think
Next
this is
game
one
on
where-
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
This game
I was saying this could be like a 6-3. The defenses both score 20 points because the quarterbacks just sit there and turn the ball back over to each other. So, and I'd love to
And
see
because
that.
Eric said that, it'll be 32-36 now.
Probably, yeah.
Thank you, Eric, for that.
Darius Slayton,
Great.
3 touchdowns.
Yep.
My boy.
At least one Auburn team will win this weekend.
Yeah, because Auburn's going to be on a bye. And the basketball
Exactly.
team is doing just fine. We beat Davidson tonight, so let's just chill out.
Speaking of basketball, number one team in the nation, baby.
It's a podcast. No one can see your sweater.
You know,
I know.
everybody.
UK, number one team. We will be because we beat the number one team, and we just beat up Eastern Kentucky tonight.
Everyone else in the country hates both of your teams, by the way. Just want you to know.
No.
I don't care. I don't care.
No. People hate Alabama far worse than they hate Auburn.
Not
That
their
is true,
basketball
'cause
team.
Alabama
Everybody
wins.
hates their basketball team.
No one
Unless
hates
there's Bruce
Auburn.
Pearl cheats.
Yeah, no one hates Auburn's
It's the
basketball.
SEC.
Bruce Pearl almost cheats as much as Penny Hardaway.
Fact.
Oh,
Blue chip
Halo.
Penny Hardaway or regular Penny Hardaway?
No, I'm talking about the one that paid for his top recruit to come, paid for his parents to come out to where the school's at. And he's technically not eligible to play, but they got a judge to put an injunction in so he could play tonight.
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal.
Wow.
Yeah, big deal. Should have went to Kentucky, dummy.
That's who you.
All right, next game.
They know how to cover
Next
things
game.
up there.
Atlanta. Yes, we do. Our press keeps their fucking mouth
Him and
shut.
Krzyzewski. Yeah.
Atlanta at New Orleans. This is Matt Ryan's back. It's indoors, so Matt Ryan's okay. I like
Sure.
both the quarterbacks this week, especially with the buys. Is that a knife?
That
Oh, I thought you had a
is-
knife out. You were threatening to cut me.
It's a brush.
Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, and Austin Hooper. You're starting all of them because Austin Hooper is probably still the number one tight end in fantasy. I
God,
don't know.
what a
It's
bunch
ridiculous.
of nonsense. Austin Hooper.
Alvin Kamara is obviously a start. Latavius Murray is a question mark. I think you can start him. With this week, with there being 8 to 9 startable running backs out, you kind of have to start him. And even Alvin Kamara came out and said that he doesn't mind sharing the workload with him because I think Alvin Kamara knows that he's a better pure runner.
And he's going to
And
get
Murray's
paid.
better pure.
So,
Yeah. All right, the people that I'm really nervous about here, Devonta Freeman. New Orleans is the 4th best against the run.
That'll probably buff out.
And Devonta Freeman does not run the ball well to begin with.
Nope.
So unless he's catching 10 passes like he has, which he might,
he
'cause
might.
that offensive line is doo-doo. Calvin Ridley, Jared Cook, you can start them. I don't like them, but you can start them. The one good thing about New Orleans is I know their number one corner, whose name I can't, Marshawn Lattimore, there it is going to be on Julio Jones the whole time. So there's no other good corners there. Eli Apple's probably still hurt. And if he plays, doesn't really matter. He's not that good. He got cut by the Giants. Jared Cook, ugh. Yeah, I guess.
No,
you got to.
he might be magically just out before the game. You never know. Like an hour before, he's like, "Oh yeah, Jared Cook's not going to play today." Oh, thanks, appreciate you.
The dude's like 47 years old. New Orleans defense, you can start them this week because Atlanta does turn the ball over. They're not that efficient, and it is at home for New Orleans. So, what do you guys think?
Do you feel like Julio's going to get his, or should you temper expectations this week? You know,
You can temper, but you have to start Julio.
You do.
You can't. There's no way you could bench Julio this week with this many good wide receivers on a bye.
Fair, yeah. You got Nuke
And Michael Thomas could have 47 points.
He could. That Atlanta defense is truly awful.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Latavius Murray though. They
Does
should be up
Taysom
big.
Hill Does Taysom Hill run, pass, or catch a touchdown? That's the question everybody wants to know.
That's the question you want to know the answer to. Nobody else cares about Taysom Hill.
Josh does.
Who cares?
There you go. Thanks.
Oh, Eric, I asked Josh this a couple weeks ago, like last few episodes. I can't remember. If Taysom Hill could be played at tight end in your league, would you start him at tight end?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I hope I have a better option than I would rather
Would you
play
start
Jason
Kyle Rudolph or Taysom Hill?
Ooh. No,
Sure.
probably
Jason
Rudolph.
Witten
Probably
or
Rudolph.
Taysom Hill?
Because because Adam Thielen's hurt all the damn time, and Diggs can't catch a ball, so it's fine.
All right, let's
play Rudolph.
I'll go Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill for $4. All right, anything else from this game? I think it's a really chalky game. There's not much in the weeds here.
Yeah, New Orleans should stomp.
Yep. All right, Eric. Buffalo, Cleveland, man. Johnny Manziel 2.0, Baker Mayfield. He's dying.
You guys listen to Simmons when they do guess the lines. I got the poop fecta. Games. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Buffalo, Cleveland. I hate everyone on the Browns except for Nick Chubb because Baker is a massive disappointment. Thanks for making me look like an asshole. What?
Did you hear the news though? Baker wants to start feeding Odell the ball early.
Congratulations. I don't care. He still can't throw an accurate pass. What happened to the guy in the last 8 games of the season last year?
But hold on. I asked Josh this because I thought about this after watching Cleveland just completely stink it up. Odell's running down the field, and he can catch balls when anybody's on him. It really doesn't matter who's covering him. He can catch it. So is Eli a better quarterback for Odell than Baker? Because he'll at least feed him the ball, even if he's covered.
I remember Josh's answer to this, and I'm pretty sure he said Eli, because Eli he'll just chuck it up there. He'll close his eyes and chuck it.
He won 2 Super Bowls doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he probably is, because Baker looks lost. These young quarterbacks,
he looks scared to turn the ball. No, he looks scared to turn the ball over. He turned the ball over a lot in the beginning of the season, and he took the heat. And now those poor commercials where they show him like fixing the field in Cleveland and stuff, he has to do that to make it up to the franchise.
Yeah. Dude, I hope you're making money off your damn commercials, because you ain't going to get no contract like this, playing like this, leading the league in interceptions.
Just real quick, did you guys see the one where he was looking for the smoke detectors?
Yes.
That was the best one by far, dude, because I do that in my house, and him walking around the stadium looking for the smoke detector.
Oh, was one beeping and he couldn't figure out which one?
Yes, and then he walked away.
And when he turned around, it beeped.
Yeah, dude, it was classic.
Yeah,
the best one is when he goes and he's sitting there with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and she's like, "Can you give me some lemonade, babe?" And he like walks across
the field,
walks all the way back. She's like, "Ice."
You speaking from experience on that one, bud?
I'm just saying, whatever. All right, so you say Nick Chubb's the only thing you're starting in this game?
Nick Chubb is the only one I like, yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Oh, man. No, because Baker's still throwing the ball.
There's 7 to 9 wide receivers that people have been starting on.
All right, yes, if you're in a jam, yes, play him. But Baker's going to turn the ball over because he's been trash all season. I don't see him just magically coming out of the funk against this Buffalo, right? I'm not crazy. Their defense is pretty decent. I don't see him magically just like, I'm going to turn around this week because I'm going to make me look like an idiot. And then on the Buffalo side of the ball, I like Josh Allen. I don't know about Devin Singletary, man. I'm really worried that was kind of a flash in the pan last week, and then he has that, he's been up and down all year. So Franco will probably still get some carries even though he's old. And Josh Allen, smoke if you have to, John Brown, and then Devin Singletary if you really, really need to.
Hold up. The Beasles has caught touchdown passes in like 2 straight games.
Yeah.
And you're not going Beasley.
1 touchdown pass for 6 yards. It's not like,
7 points.
Okay.
PPR.
No. Don't rely on Cole Beasley. As a Cowboys fan, do not rely on Cole Beasley because he's not
Jerry
reliable. Well, Jerry, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, your rap album was great too there, Cole. You nerd. So, yeah, okay, Jarvis if you need to. Definitely Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt is officially back, but I don't see him making a huge impact on the game right off the bat like that, especially against Buffalo's defense. And then Josh Allen, smoke if you need to, and Devin Singletary. Yep, don't like any of the tight ends there.
Baker Mayfield or a Giants or Jets quarterback? Told you it's a litmus test, boys.
You know what? I think I'd start Daniel Jones over Baker.
Okay. What about Sam Darnold?
No, not Darnold.
Okay.
But what happened to this class? I don't understand. Like, Trubisky looks absolutely lost. Baker's been terrible. Darnold looks lost. Jones.
Lamar Jackson took all their powers. He's space jammed them.
He space jammed him. He's the Monstar. Okay, that makes sense. I'm with you on that one.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson, Josh, go ahead and get Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Oh, you want to talk about the number one quarterback this week? Yeah, we'll talk about him.
He had the sniffles this week.
Oh, little sniffles. Well, don't worry. This game's already played out once. Baltimore's played Cincinnati earlier in the season, and if you guys don't remember how that one worked out, it was a 23-17 win. No big deal there. But Lamar Jackson ran it up, and I mean 152 yards and a tug to go with it. And he's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and throw for 236 too while I'm at it. No tugs, but didn't really matter there. The dude is a rushing machine. Yeah, number one quarterback this week. You got to start Lamar Jackson. That's a Now, Mark Ingram, I know we're not too high on Mark Ingram right now, but
I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Cincinnati. They're bad. They're real bad. You gotta go with them with Mark Ingram this week, boys. I mean, Cincinnati has the 5th worst rushing defense in the entire league, and I feel pretty good about him. He got 13 carries in the last game. He's going to get more. Don't worry about that. Now, do you really want to start any of these wide receivers for Baltimore? I'll answer that for you. No, you don't. You don't. You don't. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Hollywood or Cole Beasley?
Beasley.
Over Hollywood Brown?
No, I think Hollywood's got better upside. Beasley. I think you should start Hollywood.
See, that was the difference. Last time Hollywood didn't play in this game. So maybe you're saying, okay, that's going to be the difference. He'll get a lot of play. I'm not really buying it. I don't think that they're going to need to use him this week, and he's always injured. He'll probably get hurt, cry about it. Whatever.
That's his cousin.
That's how you really feel.
I don't care. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals are good at defending one thing, and that is the tight end. The person who's had the best game against them all year happens to be Mark Andrews. So he had 6 catches for 99 yards. So I think you can feel pretty good about starting on Marky Mark this week. Now, we can go ahead and talk about the Cincinnati side of the house, if you really want to. I don't particularly want to.
Oh, I do.
Okay, so last time we saw the Cincinnati Bengals play football, they played for the Los Angeles Rams. They lost that game 24-10. Joe Mixon had 17 carries for 66 yards.
That's a good game for him.
It is. It is, considering he averages about 40 yards per game on the season. So he's an RB3, boys. 3. I have no interest in firing him up this week, but like you said, 6 teams on a bye. I really think you should try and look at other options, to be honest with you. Ravens defense is good. They're better against the pass than they are against the run, but this is going to be
Joe Mixon, LaShawn McCoy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what your probably options are.
I'll go LaShawn McCoy.
Oh, that's crazy talk.
Wow.
And I don't like, dude, Mixon's been horrible.
He's been bad. He's been very bad. You're right.
And I don't expect it to get better. I mean, now that they got Ryan Finley throwing the ball, Mr. 4th round pick there. Yeah. And it took them half the season to realize that maybe we should just let Andy Dalton take a nap. No big deal. So I don't want anything to do with that. If you guys want to pick a player from the Cincinnati side, go with Tyler Boyd. But I'm not expecting a lot of anything. Even Tyler Boyd's going to get their number one corner. We got to remember they got Marcus Peters now too. He'll probably cover Auden Tate.
What about Leif Erickson out there?
Alex Erickson was the leading receiver for the Bengals the last time that they played. But that was still with Andy Dalton being the quarterback and him throwing 52 times. Alex Erickson only had 7 targets. I know that he did the most with them, but that was a lot of garbage time, boys. I don't want anything to do with that. This is going to be bad. If you have Ravens defense, they're probably going to be the number 1 defense this week, and you should definitely start them. It's going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
But that's my game, boys. Move on to the next one.
Okay, Detroit, Chicago. This will be fast and in a hurry. Matt Stafford's looked really good the last couple of weeks, and he throws the ball really deep downfield. The problem is Chicago can rush the mother trucking passer. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Chicago's really bad against the run. Over the last 4 weeks, they are the best matchup against the run. They've given up the most points, more than the Kansas City Chiefs over the last 4 weeks. The Chicago Bears have. Well, is that right? No, sorry, they're fourth over the last 4 weeks. But the thing is there's nobody on Detroit to start because Carry-On's out. Man, if Carry-On was healthy, that would look really good this week. But he's not. So Ty Johnson, I still can't start Ty Johnson. I don't even care about this week what it is. I don't even know if Kenny G and Marvin Jones, you're going to have to start them probably because of the wide receiver situation. Stafford, I would probably start Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold over Matt Stafford this week. That's how crazy it is.
Wow.
He sounded like Matthew McConaughey. Wow.
No, that's Luke Wilson.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. Wow.
All right. Matthew McConaughey, come on.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, no. TJ Hawkinson, he's done. Whatever.
Don't
Dude
like that.
doesn't know where he's at. Now, Chicago side of the ball, David Montgomery, dude's getting work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting him all day. Detroit's run defense not that good. And Allen Robinson, just because you can. But Mitchell Trubisky, stay the hell away from Mitchell Trubisky. He is so bad. So bad. And Chicago defense, go ahead. Stafford's probably going to turn the ball over a few times.
Good chance. You like Kenny G and
I don't like them, but I'm starting them.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing, like, do you start them over the Cincinnati wide receivers? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you start them over Tennessee wide receivers? Yeah. And now we just got rid of 8 teams that we can't play wide receivers off of. So you're pretty much having to start these guys now.
Yeah.
Because you're starting them over the Giants wide receivers other than Golden Tate?
Yeah, probably. Just because of their track record.
What about the Detroit defense? Would you guys start the Detroit defense with as bad as Trubisky is?
I mean, yeah. It's probably a decent streaming option, sure. Because he's going to turn the ball over, or he's just going to play so poorly they're not going to score any points unless Montgomery punches it in the end zone. So
bingo.
And that's really all I got for this game. This game was a doo-doo fest too.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, what's your ex doo-doo fest on the board here?
My next doo-doo fest is Miami at Indianapolis. Yeah, copy that. Great, thanks. Miami, real easy. Nobody. Don't even worry about it.
And we did talk about Preston Williams last week. Don't worry, he went to the IR. Miami said, he's playing too well. Get him out of here.
Yeah, exactly. We're tanking for Tua. Or hopefully they're smart and they trade that down for that. Trade down out of that spot and get some picks, some compensation.
No, they're going to trade Rosen away because Rosen's the magic key to get the first pick overall.
Trade Rosen away and then trade down again and get more picks. And then get Trevor Lawrence. Get him next year. And you'll be fine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're saying build an offensive line so you don't get the quarterback killed?
Maybe. No. Yeah, because poor Deshaun Watson, again, just constantly running for his life. I imagine a world where he has time to throw and how amazing he could be if he had time to throw. God, poor guy. But anyway, we're talking about Miami, so don't play anybody there, including the defense. And
so you're starting Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones over Fitzmagic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That team is a mess.
Josh, you're shaking your head. You don't agree?
No, I'd start Fitzpatrick over both those guys.
Would you?
Yeah. And I'd feel pretty good about it too. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, all right, yeah, he can get you 5 touchdowns, but who the hell is he throwing the ball to?
Mike Gesicki. Ever heard of him?
Whoever that is. Exactly.
He went to Penn State, same place you went.
The Colts.
I didn't go to Penn State. I went to Temple, baby.
Oh, that's right. You went to Bill Cosby.
The Colts are atrocious against tight ends. So Mike Gesicki, I feel like, actually has a pretty good game this week.
You say whatever you want. Fitzpatrick could throw 5 touchdowns. He could throw 5 interceptions in the first half. You have no idea. I don't like.
He could do both.
He could do both.
He could do both.
I would stay away from him unless you absolutely have 0 better options. And I still feel like Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones would be better options. On the Indianapolis side of the ball, what's up with Jacoby Brissett? He's questionable. Sad.
He's been practicing though.
He had a little MCL.
Yeah. I love the brisket. He's been great. Start the brisket.
Speaking of which, I had Mad Jacks yesterday, boys.
Ooh, delightful. Their brisket so good. Have you had a dino rib?
I ate that yesterday too. It was my last time going up there, so I had to grab one.
Yeah, they're great. Anyway, off the barbecue. Why can I not? T.Y. Hilton. Thank you.
He's out, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty sure he's out. So that's sad. Eric Ebron, boom or bust. You never know. You never know with him. Jack Doyle, never know. No idea. I like Marlon Mack.
Make a definitive. Which one? If you had to start one of the two,
I would rather play Doyle.
Okay.
Just because
Doyle
Eric
rules.
Ebron has burned me too much this season, and I have a personal grudge against him, and I will into next year, just so you know. Marlon Mack, start him. Who are their other receivers? I'm sorry. I'm woefully under.
Zach Pascal.
Don't worry. Zach Pascal, because Paris Campbell is also out as well.
Right. So, yeah, Jacoby, Jack Doyle, if you have to, and Marlon Mack. A really easy game. This is gonna be a shit show. Just awful. This could be as bad as possibly the Jets Giants game.
No, Jets Giants game is going to be a good game. And now this Miami Indianapolis game just became a good game, boys.
Well, I worry that Jacoby Brissett gets hurt again. That's my worry. And then they both sides just go right in the tank. So, because I talked about
all right, Josh. You know what? Let's just move on. Lighten the mood up. Give us a Rams-Pittsburgh game. Brandon Cooks ain't going to play, but he's clear to practice, so he ain't completely brain dead.
I don't think he should.
Yeah, he's probably going to go on the IR. He probably won't play the rest of the year.
I don't know about that. He's practicing.
Now, saying that, so you have the Rams and the Steelers, who actually both have pretty decent defenses, and Jalen Ramsey is going to be playing. Not that it would really make much of a difference since Juju's been garbage all year anyway, but you definitely can't start Juju now. I expect
you're not starting Juju at all. You're not playing.
No.
Who? So
he's banged up going into this week anyway. He might not have played. He was missing practice for a toe, so I'm definitely not going to start him. No.
But you're not starting Tennessee wide receivers over him. You're not starting Miami wide receivers over him.
I would start AJ Brown over him in a heartbeat.
Okay, AJ Brown over him. You have 6 teams on a bye. You're going to have to start Juju, man. There's teams out there that don't have a choice.
I have him in redraft, and I'm not starting him. So,
damn.
You start MVS over Juju?
Would I start MVS? Would I start him?
Yeah.
The last time I played MVS, he got me a big fat goose egg. Thanks, MVS.
You still won that game, so shut up. We don't talk about that game.
This is Mason Rudolph. This is Mason Rudolph throwing the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster against one of the best corners, if not the best corner in the entire NFL. No, I'm not going to be throwing to Juju. Even Jalen Ramsey came out. He's like, he's not as good as Antonio Brown. He's pretty good, but he ain't that good. Jalen Ramsey ain't scared of him. He ain't scared of this dang defense or this offense. Whatever. Nobody cares about
Jalen Ramsey ain't scared of nobody. That's the problem.
Now, there's another Jalen I like. Jalen Samuels. Love him this week. I think you can start him with pretty much confidence.
Check down.
Because why? Because why? Why are you starting Jalen Samuels? Because James Conner's out.
Yeah, James Conner's out. Also, Brandon Cooks will be out. Like, Juju will probably miss the game anyway, but if he doesn't, great. If there is a wide receiver you want to start from this game, it would be Deontay Johnson. It seems that Mason Rudolph seems to have a little bit more of a connection with him. I like him quite a bit this week. I don't really want to start either defense. If you want to pick one, go with the Rams. I feel like their defense is going to be able to at least intercept Mason Rudolph. If not, they're going to get some sacks, like I said, with Aaron Donald. Gurley, feel good about Gurley. He's had a week off. Feel good about Gurley, Kupp, and Robert Woods. I know Josh Reynolds is supposed to be replacing Brandon Cooks, but Brandon Cooks only had 2 games where he was even remotely good this year anyway. So Gerald Everett, though, that is a sneaky start, boys, who's actually my hero this week for tight ends. Gerald Everett, Pittsburgh Steelers are actually bad against tight ends, believe it or not. And that's going to be the one point of emphasis, especially with Brandon Cooks out. I feel like Gerald Everett will have a pretty good game.
You said Todd Gurley's a start, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at ESPN's consistency rankings, Todd Gurley's actually not been that bad. He's third in their consistency rankings with how many games he's actually screwed you over. So,
don't remind me.
And that goes back years. I mean, that counts last year and the year prior, which he was amazing in.
Even for this year, per his expectancy numbers for his projections, he's still pretty consistent. The problem is his projections are way lower than probably where you took him than what you want to be getting for him.
What you expected to get from
right.
One last thing I do want to bring up with this game, and I kind of forgot what it was. So I forgot. Never mind. Screw it. Who cares? Oh, the passing game probably won't be that good because, like you said, Pittsburgh probably won't be able to move the ball in this defense, and Jared Goff's probably throwing the ball 22 times max. We're not seeing one of those 70 pass attempts from Jared Goff again. Not in this game, at least.
No, just hit my
Pittsburgh
boy.
Defense might not be bad because they might just control clock. Pittsburgh defense probably could be okay this week.
Just hit my boy C Cup for $150 and 2 scores, and I'll be happy. It'll be fine.
All right. Carolina at GB. Green Bay Packers, man. Carolina. I love the running backs in this matchup.
Is that getting
Green Bay
flexed?
Can't stop the run. It might be getting flexed to the Sunday night game.
I hope so.
Well, they would have already said it. I'm pretty sure the Dallas. I don't know. I haven't looked. Either way, Carolina's given up the most points to running backs over the last 4 weeks. That's the team I was thinking about. So I like both the running backs for Green Bay this week because Green Bay likes to use both running backs. So you can start both of them. There's too many teams out here that you're not starting. Christian McCaffrey, stupid. I don't care. He didn't practice Wednesday. He doesn't practice on Wednesdays. Have you not watched practice reports all season long? He has not practiced on a Wednesday all season.
It's his load management.
They know he's Cam Newton's on the IR.
Oh.
No, that's what they called it the first time.
I hate
And then they changed it to a knee just because they had to, because the NFL was like, we don't like that.
Wait, back up. What did they call Cam's thing for IR?
Oh, no, Cam's on the IR. Sorry, Cam's on the IR. Christian McCaffrey, the first time he missed the Wednesday practice, it was just called for rest and his load management.
Okay.
And then they started saying, NFL was like, you got to say it's some kind of injury. Like, okay, we'll call it a bat because he's been carrying our offense.
Yeah,
call it a knee.
MVP carrying that offense.
Yeah. So, Christian McCaffrey. Cam Newton's on the IR. He's done for the season. The one good thing about this is I know how it fits in the offense, at least. I didn't have to worry about Cam coming back and changing the way the offense plays. So, if you want to start the receivers, DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel, Josh is probably starting both of them over Juju. I don't know.
I am. Thank you.
Why not?
You're welcome. Curtis Samuel is going to play this week. He was a little banged up, had limited practice, but he is going to play. So they're both going. Aaron Rodgers, you're starting him. He did let you down last week, but he was on fire before that. Devontae Adams, you got to start him, especially with what we talked about this week. Carolina's defense is good, but it ain't that good. And then Jimmy Graham. Oh, hell no.
Unfortunately, I've had to play him a bunch of weeks, but he's super up and down.
And Greg Olsen, you can start him. I mean, you can. I wouldn't want to, but you could.
He's another one. He'll have 15 points and then have 3. So,
and I'll explain why you might have to start him when Josh's game comes up. Oh,
teasing.
Eric, though, before we get to that, we got Minnesota at Dallas.
Okay, let me preface. Neither of these teams are good. Okay, everybody stop talking about.
Doesn't Dallas lead the NFC East?
I don't. Oh yeah, they're at
sure
what,
do.
5-3. Congratulations, they play in a terrible division, just like
That's
the Patriots.
Same record the Chiefs have.
Yeah, but the Chiefs actually have to play real competition. They didn't lose to Buffalo and New York either. So
Kidding me? Denver and the Chargers are in their division. They don't have to play.
The Chargers,
and the Raiders look good.
the Chargers get
But
up
no, they're not.
to play good teams. They just choke against bad ones every year. It's just the way that's how they do things. That's Phillip Rivers'
Consistency,
career.
baby.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Every year. I like both quarterbacks because I don't think either of them are good against the pass. We're at Dallas, right? Yeah. So Brad, as you like to say, Minnesota's defense not good on the road, right? So, like both quarterbacks, you got to start both running backs because they're top three.
Speaking of the running backs,
yeah.
Do you think over under on total rushing yards in this game? I'm gonna put it 350.
350. So that'd be
for both teams.
That'd be $1.75 a pop. Ooh. Tony Pollard.
You got to include You include the quarterbacks in this rushing too.
Okay? You want total team rushing? Okay, for 350 with Cousins isn't really a runner, but Dak can move a little bit. I'm still gonna go under. I'm gonna go under. Is this a pie bet?
Do you want to?
So you can finally get me with a pie because we have yet to
I'm
do
still
that.
not gonna get you. I owe like 17 pies right now. We can have a pie day.
Open a bakery.
Pie day where we just.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Let's do it. Absolutely.
Okay, pie bet it. I got it wrote down here.
Okay, pie bet. Fantastic.
You
cool.
got under 350.
All right.
If it's exactly 350, we both take a tie.
Okay.
Both take a pie.
Sounds good. I like it. Adam Thielen, unfortunately, out. Diggs, you got to start him, but he's had 2 good games all year. Expect to get burned for whatever reason because Kirk didn't like him that week or he didn't talk enough and outside of practice or to the media to get some grease being the squeaky wheel. Kyle Rudolph, we've talked about him earlier. We don't like him at all because he never gets any targets. Amari Cooper, no brainer, sure. Gallup.
O.B. Johnson.
I'm sorry, who?
The other receiver for the Vikings. Not Laquan Treadwell. Exactly.
Oh, Laquan Treadwell had a nice week last week, though. It wasn't bad. I don't know who that is, and I wouldn't recommend him because I can't tell you.
Josh, would you start him? Would you start him over Juju?
Yes.
Wow, you hate Juju. Is it because he burned you in FSA?
No, he's burned me in redraft, but he's just been bad this year. He's had 2 good games. It's factual. And he's going against one of the best corners in the league. I'm not doing it.
Josh, can you say Juju one more time?
Juju.
And that's why I feel bad. Like, I don't feel good starting Stefon Diggs because he's had 2 good games all year. And while Byron Jones is not the best, he's still solid. And so is a Woozy, or however you say it. Every week. Anybody else that I need to talk about? Cobb and Gallup are probably decent plays if you're really hurting if you're in a 3 wide receiver league, you might need to go with Randall Cobb. Dak spreads the ball around, and Witten's probably a good start too because he's a top. What is he? Top 10? He's a top 10 tight end at 50 years old. So
it's so bad.
He's exactly number 10. Yeah, but he's out there and he'll get you 7 to 10 points every week like clockwork. So, yeah. Fire them up. Fire up the Cowboys. They're not good, though. Everybody stop. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. Neither are the Vikings. Calm down.
I hope they both win the Super Bowl this year.
It's impossible, but I love it. I like where you're going.
It's just vengeful right now. I hope they both win it.
Yeah, and I'm glad Zeke got because he's a beast.
All right, Josh. You got the last game. You got the Monday night special. This actually is a good game. This is actually a good game on Monday night.
That's what I'm saying. I can't
How
believe
is
they got it
ESPN
right.
going to screw this up?
Yeah.
ESPN's going to screw this up.
Somehow. Well, they'll let Booger talk.
What's Booger going to talk about? What's going to be Booger's big word that he's going to just latch onto?
He'll probably talk about the Jimmy Garoppolo baby thing. That one will probably be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, with Aaron Andrews?
Yeah, that one will probably be a big one.
Way to shoot your shot.
Yeah, he'll probably talk about how they paid Jimmy Garoppolo all this money. It's time to perform. He's franchise quarterback. He kept saying that about Daniel Jones, franchise quarterback. That was his thing last week. So
is he going to compare him to Mahomes? He's going to be like, you got Mahomes out here, blah, 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 and they got a pace with him. He always says.
He'll compare Russell Wilson to Mahomes for sure, 100%.
Oh, why's that?
Because they have a similar style of play.
Oh, okay.
They're both MVP candidates. So,
Wilson is better.
Speaking of which, all right, let's move on. Now, normally you wouldn't want to start a bunch of players against a 49ers defense who's been very good, but they did have some holes last week, and we know that if anybody is going to mess up this defense, it's going to be Russell Hustle and Bustle. I feel great about starting Russ this weekend, Chris Carson, and Tyler Lockett. The people I don't feel great about are the tight ends and DK Metcalf. I think if Josh Gordon's going to play, and he said he's going to, they play very similar positions. They're the stretch the field kind of guys. I don't think you can start either one of them. Don't think you can start either one of them this week. I understand DK's been very hot lately, but I'm not ready to pull the trigger on that. What's up, Brad?
Big Ed Dixon is going to come back, though.
I don't care.
There's a reason why you might have to add Ed Dixon. I'm just going to let you guys, when you get to the San Francisco side of the ball, I'm going to explain why.
Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo. Seattle's defense is bad. They're real bad. So go ahead and start Jimmy G, man. He's got a Manny Sanders now, dude. Feel great about Manny Sanders, too.
What a good move that was for them.
Yeah, Manny Sanders must start. Now, Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida. So when I say start Tevin Coleman, he craps the bed. When I say start Matt Breida, he craps the bed. So I feel pretty good about starting Matt Breida this week.
So start Tevin Coleman.
I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. But you can't say it. But Josh, you and Tevin Coleman have this love-hate relationship. You've had it for like 4 years now.
It's been going on longer than that, but yeah. Since
I met you.
Yeah.
When I met you, you're like, I got to sit Tevin Coleman this week because he's going to Denver and he's got sickle cell trait and he's not going to be able to breathe in the altitude and they're not going to play him and he rushes for like 250 yards.
I missed the playoffs that year by one win. Thanks a lot. I would have won that game. That would have put me in. So anyway, we don't want to talk about that. So yeah, Tevin Coleman has let me down, but Kittle's and bits. Feel good about him. Now,
But Kittle's, though, he's not practiced all week, and he's might not play.
He's going to play.
It's a Monday night game.
He's going to play.
And this is where the Ed Dixon comes in. If you pick up Ed Dixon, at least you have a tight end to play if Kittle's a late scratch on Monday.
You talking about special Ed Dixon? No.
Okay, so hold on.
You can't say that.
If you're worried about Kittle playing, let's say Kittle he doesn't practice again, and Saturday we don't have any information. Sunday, are you starting O.J. Howard?
No.
Instead of
O.J. Howard's hurt.
Waiting on Kittle?
O.J. Howard's hurt.
Are you going to take a goose egg?
No,
are you going to take a goose egg from Kittle not playing?
If George Kittle don't play, you just pick up their backup. What is it? They still got old boy, right? What's his name?
They don't have Selleck anymore.
Yeah, they'll pick up another.
Sad.
They'll pick up another Selleck somewhere. Who cares? Start him. Pick up the backup.
Didn't Kittle play with like a fractured chest like a fractured sternum all year last year?
That's because they had no healthy wide receivers. I'm just saying you need a backup option, man. It's Monday Night Football, and you can't go in there needing 6 points and you goose egg it.
You ain't gonna need no.
Take that goose egg.
Take it like a man.
Take the risk.
Yeah. No, it's Monday night. If you're down by 6 points and they say Kittle's inactive, you not picking up Ed Dixon?
No.
Oh,
exactly.
Well, no, because I want to beat whoever I'm playing. So
yeah, you're gonna pick
exactly. You're not taking a loss out of pride.
Yeah, no. Come on. Well, I've done a lot of prideful things. I wouldn't put it past me.
Yeah. Take that goose egg. Get it.
Yeah.
Just know, here's what I want to say. Know your league rules. If you can drop players on your bench, even though they play, don't worry about it till Monday. But if you're in a league like ESPN has been in the past, where you can't, once a player plays, they're locked in your team and you can't drop them, you're screwed if you don't have an open bench spot.
Yeah. ESPN sucks about that.
They really do.
But that's more realistic. The fact that I screwed up in sleeper and forgot to put Mike Badgley in my lineup, which worked out for me, and I dropped him for another kicker this morning.
The Money Badger?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to check my sleeper waiver claims, but because I need some people.
You got a kicker.
I didn't get Hunter Renfro. Sad panda.
I don't know. I think you did. You probably did. No one.
I really wanted him. That
didn't clear. I think he's still on waivers.
I like how whenever Brad drinks, the monster logo actually blurs out. It's almost like, yeah, you see that?
Yeah, it's like product placement, but we don't actually have.
Because we haven't got the money. We haven't got the money yet.
Place the product, yeah.
But it's
we ain't got the money yet.
We sure don't. Sure don't.
If you like to send the money, bang. If you like to send the money, I'll start drinking bangs.
Did we talk about the Seattle side of the ball already?
Yeah, you did.
So Lockett is popping up as questionable. He's got a hip thing.
Good. Maybe he'll sit the rest of the season. That'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, how many games has Sammy Waffles played, by the way?
He's only missed 2. He only has to play 12. I'm keeping track. Don't worry about
it.
Yeah.
I was keeping track. I kind of fell off. But
because the game where he actually came out, he did start the game and he ran a route, so it counts.
Oh, okay.
It counts.
Okay. You're right. He did. He played. You're right.
He played.
Yeah, so Lockett was limited at Friday's practice due to a hip injury, so keep an eye on that.
Okay, Josh, 2 things. You were going to mention the San Francisco defense. Are you playing them this week? San Francisco or Pittsburgh? Asking for a friend.
Pittsburgh's playing the Rams. Oh, I'll go Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with too. Okay. And then one thing you didn't mention, I don't know if you mentioned it. Josh Gordon, baby.
Yeah.
They expect him to suit up.
That's what I said.
You playing him?
No one listens to me. I don't understand why
I know. Are you playing him?
You 2 jagaloons.
Did you say Lockett was hurt?
No, I said I'm not going to play him or DK Metcalf because they're the same guy in this offense. No, I'm not playing him. No.
Hey, Eric, is this the best quarterback Josh Gordon's ever had?
Oh, wow. For his play style, probably, because Russell Wilson throws a better deep ball than Brady does right now. If he had gotten younger, Tom, when his deep ball was still on point, then I would say yes, but he didn't. He got older, Tom Brady, where his deep ball's not quite as good. So right now, Russell Hustle and Bustle, man, he's throwing dimes everywhere. I got him off the waiver wire in a redraft league, and I'm so happy about it because he's just crapping on people everywhere. I love it.
Okay, you guys didn't hear, but I had the flash music in the background. We might get sued for that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So I didn't get to talk to you guys about this because I've been gone forever, feels like. The Seahawks said they did their due diligence on Antonio Brown. Thank you. Yes, Antonio Brown. And they still took Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
It was a solid move.
Like what? I know he came out recently and he had that tweet. That was after the fact though. But how bad of an impression did he give them that they picked Josh Gordon over him?
Do you think it's that, or do you think it's also the Kaepernick thing where the NFL's also the owners just came together and said, you know what? He wants to play ball like this. We'll just not sign him.
You mean collusion?
Yeah, 100%. Rich white people can do collusion.
Yeah, they usually get away with it too.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, it could collusion. Be. It could be after, he said that stuff about Robert Kraft and the GM at the Raiders. I can never remember his name, but I mean, it could be.
Are you talking about Davis?
No, the GM.
GM, not the owner.
Oh, Mike Mayock, baby. I love Mayock. Mayock's such a hard individual.
He is. So, it may have gotten to the point where it's like, no matter what, we're not going to hire this guy. But
and he also said he was done with the NFL.
That tweet he just said. Yeah, I mean, he could play in the XFL, right?
Yeah. No. Then he said, he was just emotional.
He can't play for the XFL. Doesn't Vince McMahon have that rule where if you've had charges filed against you, you can't play?
You have to be convicted of a crime.
Oh, convicted. He wasn't convicted yet.
He wasn't convicted. He's way good. Way good. Basically, all of Josh's favorite people could play in the XFL.
Anything you guys need to bring up? Josh is crazy, hates Juju.
Mike Mayock they're building a pretty good team out there in Oakland, which is
they really are.
Oh, yeah, and they still have draft picks.
Yeah, it's not good. for
Like,
our division.
Josh Jacobs
No,
is
it's great
a
for you.
workhorse. He's great.
Your son's favorite team is getting good, Josh. Be happy for your son.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that I'll get to see them, and since they'll play in the same division as the Chiefs, I'll get to go to a Chiefs game next year. So I'm excited about that.
That's
Those-
dope.
those
You should
tickets
just
are gonna be
get- you should
stupid
get season
expensive.
tickets.
I'm good.
Get season tickets while you're there.
Maybe I will.
You should.
Maybe I
Absolutely.
will.
So I
Maybe
will tell
will.
you this.
Maybe I
You
will.
should.
Season tickets might be cheaper than the single game price for those Kansas City games.
Maybe I will.
Telling you, get on that bandwagon now, dude. And then you can sell them when you leave. If they're good down the road, you could sell them for like double or triple what they're worth.
Triple.
Sick. Probably triple.
All right, Josh.
Hopefully triple.
Send us home.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. Eric is back. You can hit him up on Twitter at gunsofl19. Now that he's done crying about how difficult his school was. All right, and you can find Brad at Tack Jones. And then, what? You have a problem with that? Anyway, you can find me at FF Josh Hughes. You can hit up the pod at Empty Wagon FF. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And then go to fsa-fr.com and find Fantasy Sports Alliance on Facebook as well. Great stuff over there. We love you guys. Shout out to Harvin for making our dope intro music. We love you guys, everyone.
We love you, Harvin.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.